Social Security has released their new calendar that shows exactly what day the Social Security recipient gets paid, whether they are, supposed to get their benefits on the 1st, the 3rd, or the 2nd Wednesday, 3rd Wednesday, or maybe 4th Wednesday. And if you're thinking, gosh, Doug, what in the world would I need something like this for? This sounds kind of silly. Well, this calendar can be a game changer for you if you're selling final expense insurance to low-income Social Security recipients. But Doug, all of my final expense clients are low-income Social Security recipients. Exactly, dude, and that's why this video is so important. Today, I'm going to share with you the correct way to use this calendar, why you want to leave a copy of it with all of your final expense clients, and why, like 90% of the time, I only write final expense insurance carriers that do true Social Security billing, which, of course, I'm going to share the 5 national insurance carriers that do this. But first, I'd like to invite you to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe with the notifications turned on. Guys, we're putting out new insurance training videos just like this every single week. And if you stick around until the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to get a copy of the Social Security payment calendar and the policy summary that I leave with every client that I sell. That way, instead of just like leaving a business card and a brochure like all the other knuckleheads are doing, you're going to actually be leaving all your new clients with something that has the monthly premium and draft date written on it along with your information. So now, basically the idea is they're going to feel good about having their death insurance with you. Before I show you exactly how to correctly use this calendar, it's important that you know what true Social Security billing is and why I mainly only use carriers that know how to draft the Social Security client's payments based on the calendar. Have you ever wondered when your client is going to get paid when their Social Security day, falls on like a weekend or holiday? Well, if you're thinking it would happen on the following Monday or business day, you are 100% wrong. Let's take a look at July of 2022. Notice how on Friday the 1st you have a little circle and also a square. The circle represents the disability client's payday, which is usually on the 1st, right? So that makes sense, right? But what about the square? The square represents people who are on a regular Social Security and get their money on the 3rd of each month. You see how the 3rd falls on a Sunday, right? Well, the banks aren't open on Sunday, right? And not only that, but Monday is Independence Day. So guess what? They're not open on Monday either. According to this calendar, what is happening is the people who normally get paid on, the 3rd are going to get paid on the business day before the 3rd. Again, because the 3rd is falling on a day that the banks are closed and cannot deposit the Social Security recipient's monthly benefit at that time. Okay, so this is all good to know, right? But what does the 4th of July holiday have to do with any of this? Well, here's the thing, guys. As you may or may not know, people who are living check to check, their only income is Social Security. And in most cases, we're talking about people who are living on, maybe $1,000 a month or less. These folks are out of money halfway through the month and are often just like barely hanging on until their next Social Security payday. And let's be clear, these folks know exactly when their money is going to be available. So when that Friday, the 1st, comes around in July, a lot of these folks are going to literally drain their account dry. I mean, they're going to leave like maybe $2 or $3 in it and that's it. So let's take a look at the calendar again. When the typical insurance company goes to draft the client's money after the long holiday weekend, which, for example, Mutual of Omaha will wait until Tuesday the 5th, guess what's going to happen? That's right, the money will not be in the client's account, which means one thing, or another is going to happen, really. It could be one way or the other. Either the client is already paying a monthly overdraft protection fee, which will the way it works is it won't allow the insurance company to draft the money that is not in their account, causing Mutual of Omaha to not get paid for the insurance, or the client doesn't have the overdraft protection, which means they will get charged an overdraft fee, which they absolutely can't afford. We already know that, right? So what do you think they're gonna do? The next thing they're gonna do is get on the phone and cancel that evil insurance company's final expense policy, because in their mind, the last thing they want is to have the insurance with a company that is gonna draft the insurance payment when they're not supposed to. That's right. They're going to blame you and the insurance company, even though they are the one that took all the money out of their checking or savings account. Remember, they are not sitting there thinking, well, I better make sure to leave the money in the account for my life insurance. All they're thinking is, well, I got to get me some food. There are a handful of insurance companies that will draft the Social Security recipient's insurance payment on the right day. And they'll actually follow the schedule of Social Security benefit payment calendar to a T. This is what we call true Social Security billing. And now that you understand how it works, here are my favorite carriers that do this. And let's start with number one, Prosperity SUSA and Transamerica. Both of these companies do true Social Security billing, and but I would say they do something very special too. They both take Direct Express cards for payments along with regular bank drafts, just like all the other carriers. FYI, Direct Express is the actual card that Social Security mails out, and you know what they do is they send it to the low-income recipients that don't have a checking or savings account. Direct Express is a refillable debit card, and what Social Security does is they simply refill the card every month on the Social Security beneficiary's payday. Other national carriers that do true Social Security billing are Liberty Bankers Life, Royal Neighbors of America, and recently Americo actually started doing this with their Eagle product. FYI guys, I don't recommend using Americo because they are notoriously known for rescinding policies that are like on the books for about a year or a year and a half. And just in case you don't know what that means, what you'll do is you'll send up a few applications to Americo, then a year and a half later, they might just pull another MIB and prescription background check, which they're allowed to do. And if they see something they don't like, they will rescind the policy, which means you have to pay your commission back, and the client is going to get all their money back that they paid into the policy. And now you just potentially became liable in a lawsuit from your client. I mean, you're the one that sold them the life insurance through a company that decided to change their mind, and now your client has other health issues and maybe not, they may not even be insurable. Yes, this is what Americo has done with many agents, and this is what they could easily do to you. Rant over. Once I've made the sale, I've sold the client final expense insurance, what I do is I pull out the Social Security payment calendar and I mark the days of the month that my new client can expect to have their monthly payments withdrawn. And I leave it with them. And I let them know that the insurance company guarantees that they will always draft the money based on this calendar and after the money is already in there, deposited into their account. But 100% never before that time. And I tell them that it is impossible for the insurance company to ever cause you an overdraft fee, which with this system, it's true, as that is the last thing, that they would want to do to the client. For a copy of the Schedule of Social Security Benefits calendar and the policy summary that I leave with all of my new clients, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. For more information on selling final expense and/or Medicare Advantage with us as a completely independent insurance agent, and guys, just in case you don't know, what that means for you is full commissions and full lifetime renewals for the Medicare Advantage sales and access to the free exclusive leads for Medicare sales that we do, the direct mailers. Just shoot me an email at that same address. Remember, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now get out there and do something good for someone today. Happy hunting.